Now, Tonight Strike here. I'm gonna do a little talking about what I'm working on with GunTube right now. I know everybody knows I have been working on it off and on. I've been taking it a little more serious lately. I've been working on just helping the developer of the software I'm using to do this. I've been helping him test the Android application. We've got the Android application live stream working. You can watch videos from it. You can live stream from it. You can check the trending videos, check your video subscriptions. You can do all sorts of things with it. So, if anybody wants to jump in and ask questions about GunTube, go ahead. Other than that, there's Alan B. Pro. Should we let him in here? Should we let Mr. Salty in? We'll let Mr. Salty in. So, but he's using Windows 10. Oh, isn't that cute? So let's see what we got out there on the chat. We've got who we got. We got Link. We got George Cortez. We got Gunpowder Beauty. We have Budget Guns and Gear. We have Janice Gay is out there. Yeah, I sent you a link, dude. Just check your email. Jeez. RL, I sent you a link. And who else? There we go. I sent everybody tons of links. If people jump in, if they don't, oh well, too bad. All right. You know what, Dead Horse? If you're going to be like that, I can remove you from the chat. You know, if you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here. Just saying. All right. All right, Jan. What's going on, Alan?
Hey, how's it going there, Night Strike?
Just talking about GunTube, you know, hoping we get some actual questions so I can answer them and let people know. I might even turn my webcam on and show the whole live stream thing working. So, anyways, I sent a couple links out. Some people asked for links, so we'll see what happens there. So if you have any questions, please ask them.
Well, as you can probably assume, I've got lots of questions. Every time I see you, I'm asking you about it.
Okay, I mean questions pertaining to GunTube, not necessarily questions pertaining to Night Strike's personal life.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, we'll talk about personal hygiene later in life.
I'm straight. Okay, I know you're gay. I don't know what brought you out of the closet, but I'm straight.
No, Jan is gay. Jan is gay. But Jan is gay because of Alan B. Pro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's just how that rolled. That's right. And that's going to be rolling for about another month or so, at least, unfortunately.
Yeah, those 90 days still aren't up yet.
Not up yet, man. It's been like the longest 90 days of my flipping life here. It's absolutely been horrible.
That reminds me of that old song for like the 50s or 60s, For the Longest Time.
Yeah, it's not bad enough that I'm never going to be able to live it down, but you know, if I could just get past it, at least on YouTube, it would be a little better.
And Dead Horse, I don't. Some of these other chats I do don't go on gun channels because it's not specifically hit or miss, so it doesn't belong on the hit or miss channel. And I don't have a GunTube channel on gun channels yet, so there's no way to link that up there. So that's why it's not up there. Midnight Range popped in and then he left.
Yeah, I guess we weren't interesting enough for him. You know, we try to live up to some people's expectations, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way.
I don't know. I don't know if you'd want to live up. You know what? I'm going to be nice. I'm not going to say anything. Nope, we're good. Anyways, so
turning a new leaf, I see there, Night Strike. Being nice. Wow.
Yeah, but don't worry, I'll be mean tomorrow.
GunTube, GunTube. There is some hype in the circles,
There is.
and I know that there's a number of limitations that you're dealing with on getting this ball rolling.
So,
but you made some major headway today.
Yeah, I've got the Android app working now. iOS still isn't working yet because the developer who I'm working with, he's developing this software open source. But I started helping him out a little here and there, and I've been beta testing the Android app that he's listed for it, where it can connect to your site, and I've been playing with that. And it's working on GunTube, so eventually I'm going to get it to where I can brand it and put it up on the App Store myself as a GunTube app, but I haven't gotten there yet. That part hasn't gotten there, so don't look for it on the Android store yet. It's not there. So, I know this is awful, but I'm going to turn my camera on, so you'll see the full beard. I got to stop screen sharing. There. See? Full beard.
Oh, hey, yeah.
I'm telling you, it's
getting
better.
Getting back to the night strike that we like.
No. This is fuller than what I had last time, I think. But see if I can get this in screen. But I don't know if you can see it very well. I know. Let's see.
Slightly blown out, but it's working.
But it works a bit like the same. As you can see. Let's see if we can get in there. There. Let's see. I'm going to try this. It does sideways. It does sideways too.
I'm digging it.
Yeah, let's say this. Press the live button. Just goes live. Get camera off. There we go.
All right, so it does register live, right? Huh?
It's doing live, so it should be live over on GunTube right now. Let's see, it's not showing live. Why not? Huh. I may have to update the server side, but it does record.
Yep.
Cool.
So, let's see. Connected. See if it. All right. But it was working earlier. I don't know why it's not working now. I may have to do some things, but it is.
So,
it's
so
been
is
a
that
work in
running
progress.
on its own proprietary OS or like OBS or any other particular encoders that everybody in the world has, or what?
Nope, it's already up on there on GunTube. So I guess it streams it straight to the website and whatnot. The video is not working. The video is going. I think I had it in the wrong aspect. But I'm probably going to have to update the software again tonight to see if that's what it does. But you can see my dirty desk. I have to throw a lot of shit away. So. It does work. Great test too, but unfortunately, because I'm working on it so much, I let shit pile up on my desk. So, all right. Does anybody have any questions out there?
Yeah, I don't know. You had I just pulled up GunTube myself, and so I'm seeing, at 234 second, 34 second, and an 829. So
that is That is the video just now. I did it just briefly.
All right. Very good. Very good.
I just got to get it. I just have to edit it properly. I probably have to update the software, and I'll do that probably tonight. Probably just a software update. Anyways, but that's really what I wanted to show people is that I got it working. I'm still diligently working on GunTube. It's taking time because right now I can only work on the software and help the developer on the software and get it running and working properly. I can't do any thing like allowing people to jump in yet because I don't have enough hard drive space on the web server to host everybody's videos. Okay, the reason why YouTube is so easy to use is because you don't have to have a hard drive to save all your videos to. You're just uploading it to YouTube.
Yeah, they've got all the server space, everything else, and so you basically have to build the hardware physical structure.
Yeah, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get enough money together so I can build a server, and then I'm going to probably build a network attached storage device, which basically would be one giant hard drive, and it would allow me to add on hard drives and whatnot as I go by, as I need more, and I'll be able to host tons of videos with that. But it's gonna take a lot of money because these hard drives are not cheap. I've looked at these hard drives; they're about $200 or $300 a piece for an 8 terabyte hard drive.
Well, money is a very relative thing. When you say a lot of money, when you're talking about building this server, what are you actually looking at?
I need to build the server. The server's probably going to cost me the actual hardware. Server's going to cost me about probably $2,000, whereas the storage, you're looking at another probably 2.5. Just because of all of the hard drives, because I'm going to probably get 32 terabytes of space and start off with that. But remember, even though I say that, I'm also buying an exact duplicate of that server for backup of that NAS storage device. I'm buying a backup, so it's basically I'm buying 2 instead of 1. So overall, we're probably looking at, I don't know, probably anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000 I'm going to need.
Well, that's a little bit of a spread for some people.
That is a bit of spread. I realize.
But right now, just so that it's public, you've got you've got your Patreon that you're basically looking to get the funds to go towards this venture to, correct?
Right. So I'm looking at I'm doing a Patreon just right now, just try and get some hard drives or something, just to do some more testing. But right now, I'm probably gonna have to do a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo. I have no idea which way I'm going. I got to get with G-Webs on that. Because I've never done one of those before. I don't know which one to do. But I figure I'm not asking for the $50,000 that Jaeger was asking for, and I don't know if he's even going to let people go on his platform. It may just be for all his videos.
Well, there's an interview out there with him, and he originally is looking for a place for him to call home. And so it's going to be all about his stuff, all about his material from the get-go. And eventually, if it's big enough and the systems can handle it, then he will open the floodgates.
So, but another situation I'm looking at is I'm going to do this, and it's going to be unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to run it as a nonprofit organization because it's the amount of money that it's going to need to run, I can't run it as a nonprofit. There's just no way. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to run this as a business, and I need to figure out. I've never done a business plan. I've been trying to do a business plan, but I've never done or seen a business plan that uses Kickstarter. It uses crowdsource funding for its initial startup. So I'm not too sure on that. I don't know. Have you seen anything like that, Jan?
I actually have. I'll have to dig around to see if I can come up with a couple of different contracts that I've held a little bit of a hand in corresponding and writing. And I have. When it comes to crowdsourcing, it's a little bit different if you do like a Kickstart program. Because basically they're going to be donating money for whatever it is that you promise them. If you promise them that they'll have the ability to do X, Y, and Z on the site, that's what you're going to have to offer them once you reach that goal point. Right. But you need to specify that once I reach the goal point, X amount of time after that is when all that will be available to you.
Right. And right now, as I'm, developing, the back end and updating the software, I'm not going to keep GunTube private. It's not going to be where you have to have a special, you can watch all the videos even if you're not logged in, okay? You can't comment on videos unless you're logged in. You can't join a live stream chat unless you're logged in. So there's still that. Now, I haven't even gotten live stream chat working because it's not there. Unfortunately, with the live stream chat, it will show your name and you can send messages and whatnot. But right now, it lets people send messages anonymously if they're not logged in. And that's why I have it turned off, because I don't want that.
Well, Midnight Range asks a question out there, and it's a good question. If you don't go through with it, can people sue you? Well, if you specify that you will have these abilities, you can do X, Y, and Z for your actual part in the Kickstart, technically they can, unless you also put in that speculation if this is an unattainable task, and then the Kickstart money is just going towards attempting this venture, and this venture may not come to a full fruition. I can't hardly speak. I got a lot of whiskey in me.
Well, you are drunk.
Always. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm just messing with you. But no, they can sue the company because I'm going once I'm actually able to get the funding, I'm registering it as a business. So they can sue the company if the company doesn't do what it wants, but not
as
me.
long as if you specify you're going to be able to do XYZ and then just leave it at that. But if you put in there you're going to be able to do XYZ as long as complete fruition is obtainable through all of this funding and the venture is able to move forward.
And I'm not trying to do this halfway.
You can basically write in your own safe codes.
Right. I'm not trying to do this halfway. Honestly, if I wasn't sure I was going to continue with the project, I would have shelved it right after Military Arms Channel said, "Oh, they're going to open up full 30 soon to everyone." And I thought that was the biggest crock of shit ever since I've been working on GunTube. But I'm like, well, there goes GunTube.
I wouldn't discount it. At this point, Full 30 has gotten a certain name for itself, and it's going to take quite a bit to change that. Even if they open up to the general mass population, there's still going to be a market for GunTube.
And yes, I'm still paying attention, but you guys are going way too fast. I can't read all of your comments. So let me load up the pop-out chat so I can read.
I'm talking down in the side chat. That's about the best I can do.
Potatoes and Lead says 1911 suck. Well, yeah, screw you too. So.
He also asked if you deleted his account. Now, when I went to go try to sign into GunTube just now, it wouldn't take my login. So I don't know.
I did say when you guys went and signed up for it and played around with it, I did say that I would be redoing the site over and over and over again. It's so you can sign up for it, but whether your login information stays there or not, that's another story. Because I'm working on this, and sometimes I have to reinstall the software and kill the database so it doesn't save your username, your passwords, your email. So I'm letting you know that right now because I said that before, but maybe nobody listened to me.
Well, no, I just wanted to make sure, get it again out in the public, make sure everybody knew what the status of things were at the moment.
It is still in development. So,
well, and you made some good headway today.
Yeah, I did.
People need to expect that there are going to be hiccups.
Oh, budget jumped in. What's going on, budget?
Oh, not much. Just listening to this chat. Just wanted to jump in and make sure that I reasserted that this is the time to get behind this, people. We want a place where we can have our voice heard without the fear of being silenced or shut down. And something like this is going to be it. YouTube will not be that place in the future, I suspect. It's heading that way now, and I think it's just going to continue to head that way. We need to have a place to go. Something like this is going to be it. Now's the time to get behind it.
So, yeah.
Put my money where my mouth is tonight. So you guys should too.
Yeah, I don't know if that guy is a troll out there, but there's a guy over there saying I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to go there. All right. What other questions do we have?
Well, and ultimately, I think you're really going to have to look deeper into the Kickstarter program.
I've never done.
You can even with Kickstarter, you can even just put in there that it's going towards the development of GunTube, and not even specify that anybody's going to get anything with them making donations. You can basically put in there what your concept is for the site, what the site's all about, and the goals that you have for the site in the next, say, 6 months, and not promise anything to anybody.
No, what I'll probably do is I'll probably get some stickers, some patches, maybe even some T-shirts made up just for the Kickstarter thing. So, not a lot of them, but maybe just a couple of them.
That's another avenue you can utilize. You can definitely utilize a little bit of swag. Just to, you make X amount of donation, I'll kick you out this stuff, and that's exactly what this is all about. Is trying to get GunTube off the ground.
Yeah, that's what I'm working towards.
Because I think that we've got definitely enough people out there that we can pimp it out even more, and people will donate to a Kickstart. They just won't donate to a Patreon.
Right, and I only did that Patreon because some people wanted to actually just help me out right away, and it does help. Not a lot, but it does help. But with Patreon, you only get that. It's only once a month, whereas I'm gonna need a bit more than like $5 a month.
Yeah. Hey, I just took what I gave Yankee and funneled it towards you. I figure Yankee can take my $2 hit.
Yeah, I'm sure he can. And George is asking, will GunTube be ad-free? Unfortunately, as I said before, GunTube is going to have to be a business. So in order to get any sort of funding, continuous funding, I am going to have ads on the site. I may even have, if I can figure out how to get Google AdSense working, I may have Google AdSense working on it too. Just because while YouTube is strangling us on the video side, apparently you can still use Google AdSense on a regular website. Doesn't matter what it does, and it'll be just fine. And
yeah, it's not AdSense that's taken down YouTubers. It's YouTube itself.
Yeah, so we already have the ability the built-in ability to do ads. So once I figure it out, I'm gonna do the Google AdSense. I'm gonna get the there's a plugin that'll allow me to get the Google Ads. Because there's two types of ads. There's the AdSense where you just have that little flash window that's like a banner that shows ads, and then there's another one which actually does videos. I'm going to get the videos plugin, so it'll do that too. I can do normal video ads right now if someone has a business and wanted their videos up on there.
Well, and until Travis P11 killed VidMe, one of the major problems that VidMe was having was because they weren't getting the advertising that they needed to come towards the channel. So one of the big things that needs to happen is baiting a lot of manufacturers and sellers to get on to the advertising so that other companies see that there's advertising running on there. Yeah. So I would advise to not to like try to charge full bore for advertising once you're able to get that portion rolling. I know that's way ahead of the game. We're talking way ahead of the game here.
Well, in order to get any sort of advertising deal out of any corporation or company, like say people are saying go to the gun manufacturers, some of the gun retailers, I'm going to, but we have to have a certain amount of people. Like say if we start out with, say we have a couple of content providers that are doing the trial run with us, and we have like say anywhere between 1 and 10,000 viewers that are loyal, that watch these watchers on the platform. Then we have something to show these retailers and these manufacturers. Hey, we've got 10,000 users. We've got like maybe 1,000 or 2 users per live stream that is happening on this website. Would you be interested in making an ad and advertising on our website? That's the kind of thing we have to have. We have to have that shown. And if they want to see the business plan of GunTube, I have to have that business plan, not the entire thing, but like a one-pager, so that I can answer every question they have. I have to have that too. So I'm working on this from like, ground floor. This isn't something where I'm just going and taking some software that already exists. I am doing that, but I'm also paying for customization because I have I'm working with the developer on this, and I've already commissioned him to help me do certain things on this that he's not letting other people do on it.
Well, Travis out there's saying PSA ads all day. I kind of figured that, all the ads on GunTube are going to be PSA.
I might
I'm just kidding.
I might be able to get some Brownells or some Midway USA, or I know people hate it. I know I got chastised for it, but you know what? If Cheaper Than Dirt wants to advertise, they can advertise all they want.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have no qualms taking
and
their
in all
money.
actuality, if it comes down to it, if a tampon company wants to advertise, you're not going to turn that money down, right?
Right. But people go after me for buying stuff at Cheaper Than Dirt. Okay, you got me. I did it that one time, and yeah, I got shit for it. But if I go to them and say, hey, would you like to advertise on our website? I hate to say this, but I'm gonna show their ads and take their money if I can get money out of the deal. Okay.
Listen, if I had a website like this or a platform like this, and Billy Bob's Bondage Barn wanted to advertise, I'd take their check.
Right.
Yeah, but getting the target demographic started is going to be the major draw there. Getting just creators on there, getting viewers on there, that's going to be the big thing before the advertising. I know we're looking way ahead of that game. I think the main focus right now is not only building your business plan, but then getting the hardware and getting everything to smooth flourishing. You taking these big steps today, that is absolutely impressive. That's fucking phenomenal.
There's only one problem. I've been working with the developer on the Android app, but we haven't figured out how to get it working on iOS yet because he does not have an iPhone. Neither do I. So, trying to figure that one out.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I keep telling people, get away from them Apple products, but they won't listen to me.
Well, it's Apple. All right, I'm gonna go delete that video because it looks awful.
Grimm's asking if Bloomberg can advertise on GunTube.
I will take some people's money, and then in some people they can go to hell.
Yeah, you got to have some standards. Come on.
And if they cry and say, "Oh, you can't do that because you got to make me that cake or whatnot," because I'm just gonna go and point out to what my company's standards are about and what we do and what's in there. And if it's already in there, this is what we do and this is what we stand for. They can ask me to do everything until the cows come home. It still ain't gonna happen.
See, I'm a little bit behind the times on the where the regulations are on required services. Now, I know there's this big thing on if you provide a public service that you have to provide it to everybody. And I can walk into a business right down the street that says a sign that says we reserve the right to refuse service to anybody we wish. So I don't know if a networked corporation these days can continue to do that.
No, you're true, and it's true, and I might have problems with that, but I'm gonna try and do it this way because I don't want anti-gun ads on GunTube. I don't care how much money they pay me, and even if it is a lot, the answer is no. Because the only ads I want on GunTube are ads that are advantageous to keeping GunTube running. I don't want anti-gun ads on GunTube, and then everyone on GunTube supporting the Second Amendment. That's conflict of interest.
Of course, you could just run them at like 3:30 in the morning and on channels that have like 2 subscribers. You could do that.
Yeah, I could do that.
You're still running them.
All right,
So what you're saying is run them on one of my channels pretty much at any time of day. And that'll work. That'll work. Yeah. I think we can accomplish that.
Travis T is saying, "Come to Android. The Travi has spoken." And yeah, it's just the problem is Midnight Range TM uses an iPhone, so you're gonna have to get him to jump over to the dark side. But,
well, yeah, he was also Midnight Range in his live stream just now was talking about getting a MacBook, and I wanted to punch my monitor, slap it around a little bit. And I'm like, nope, don't do it. Yeah. Now, given Macs have very specific reasons that I will use a Mac for, but anything like these things, you don't need to run a Mac. It's
that's not budget. That's Alan B Pro. Hey, budget, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know why the hell I would sound like Rush, but okay. If I get paid Rush money, sure.
So,
yeah, there's I know you've got a ton on your plate that you've been working on this Night Strike. It's a huge step that you were able to take today. And congratulations on getting that going. It's just a matter of how are we going to get the funding going? How are you going to get the funding going? And looking more into that, I think is the direction that you need to take. Writing the business plan, yeah, you definitely got to get that done.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm stuck on that because I've got some of it done, but the rest of it, I mean, how do you say you're going to start a business with capital from a crowdsource or crowdfunded perspective? I don't know any business plan that's done that before.
Oh, there's quite a few of them out there. That's exactly what you say. The majority of funding to be starting this business will be done through crowdfunding. Period.
Okay.
You just have to keep very, very accurate records of everything.
Right. So, I'm just having problems writing it on paper because I can come up with ideas and I can come up with things to say, but when it comes to writing it down, sometimes I go blank. I'm not very good at writing things down.
Well, and with stuff like that, you almost need a lawyer to be able to do it. But I'm willing to bet that there's 1.5 million templates out there that would be customizable for your purpose.
Oh, if you could help me find one, that would be wonderful because I need something. I need like a sample or something to go by because this is racking my brain right now. So, all right. That's about all I got tonight. If anybody else has any last questions or anything, just throw them out there on the YouTube side. If you know, budget or Jan, if you've got any questions, go ahead.
I'm about to dump a link on the YouTube chat here for an article from the Balance about the simple business plan template.
Okay. Are you going to do it on the YouTube side or on the?
Yeah, the YouTube chat. So I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone talking on the chat, but on my computer.
I'd better give you a wrench for that because I don't know if you have.
Okay.
No, Night Strike. I thought it was rather odd that the only wrenches I've seen out there has been Jumpy at Midnight.
There's also Link. Link is also one, and who else is on one?
And now Budget is.
Now Budget is. I got more than a couple.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, Link is right there. He's one of our moderators. Who's the other one? Got a couple. So.
But there you go. I'll just Google search that for you.
404 not found.
What? Let me try that again.
No,
Yeah,
seriously.
totally
I'm not kidding. See?
Paste.
404 not found.
Well, in Night Strike, honestly, when you go to start reading any of these things, make sure you got a cup of coffee or a syringe of like steroids next to you, because it's like reading legal jargon.
No, I'll just probably put country music on because I can't stand
What the world?
country music.
What the hell?
I really don't like country music, so I'll just turn that on. So that'll keep me awake.
There's another one. Let's see.
You know, we're in a chat. Oh wait, you said you're on your phone. Never mind.
Yeah,
You could email it to me.
I could. Yes. That just bugs me that 404 popped up.
Yeah, it happens. All right, let's see. Everybody else out there. I better hide Link. Hide. Link is here. No, Rich, you'll be fine. Hey guys, drop chat at my place 5 minutes.
I'll send you an email.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll go to your place for the drop chat. All right, so I'm gonna kill it right here. Thanks all for watching and for listening and for asking questions, and thank you for everybody who's on the panel that did show up to, participate. Thanks, guys. I appreciate
Yeah, no
it.
problem.
That's it. We're out. We'll do more on GunTube later.
Yeah, if you need some more help there, Night Strike, let me know if you need help on setting up that business plan or not.
I'm going to. So you've already. You can't run away now.
Gotcha.
I'll see you guys later. Good night.
Have a good one.